Coach, how you doing?
Good, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Glad to have you.
Nice. This seat's kind of weird. All right.
You're good? Yep. Coach, you want to make opening statement?
Yeah, obviously extremely excited to be here in this beautiful facility. It's my first time here. The opportunity to play for a semifinal matchup against the Indiana Hoosiers is something that we don't take lightly. We obviously have a ton of respect for Coach Signetti and what they've done there. It's an incredible team, top to bottom, and just excited to be in this situation.
The availability report of Jordon being out, how does the rest of the group who's here pick up the lost production there?
The same way we've done all year. I mean, we talk about strength in numbers, and we just find a way. So that's what we've been focused on is the guys that are available, and just put the ball down and play. I mean, shoot, it's football. We'll figure it out. They hired us for a reason to figure out situations like this, and so it's been the story of our offense all year. And but I'm excited for the guys that are available to get their opportunity.
Does that give you then the confidence that you can continue?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident because we prep like pros all the time. We practice our tails off. The guys work so hard, and I'm confident because we have the best head coach in the country with Dan, and it's been we've experienced this already, so it is what it is, and you just move on.
Will, how challenging has it been balancing being the OC here and also having to recruit for UK?
Man, I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in. It's really surreal that I'm in this position. I've really just tried to focus all my energy on what I'm doing at the present moment, and not trying to think too much about things I can't control. What I know that I can control is try to be the best offense coordinator for the Oregon Ducks right now, give our guys a great plan, and give it my all to this university who's given me so much and my family so much. So is it difficult? Sure. It's difficult across the country, though. Everybody's dealing with it. Oregon is, IU is, it's going on everywhere. So there's distractions out there that you just handle. And the people that adapt the best in college football are usually in the best position to win for next season. So that's all I've been trying to do is just adapt to the situation and focus on what I can.
Jay's on
What do you maybe remember just about the last matchup with Indiana, and what do you feel like the offense kind of struggled with during that game?
Well, obviously I remember losing in Autzen. That was not fun. But no, I mean, you learn so much from not just losses but wins. We do a post-game report every single game. I mean, it's like our debrief. Things we did good, things we did poorly, critical mistakes, critical penalties, personnel errors. So we always debrief it, and there's good and bad for every single game. I think obviously the score shows that we didn't play well, but there was also a lot of good that came out of that game. I think when you look at the tape, there's some schemes that we really liked that we want to make sure that we can, and we continue to do throughout the course of the season. But there's things that you got to improve on. We had too many negative plays. We didn't score in the red zone. It's the typical why teams lose type games. You got to be great on third down. You got to be great in the red area, like I mentioned. You have to be able to create explosive plays. So it was, like I said, it was the same after every single game. But I do believe our guys took great pride after that game, really did it right, and we obviously went on a really good run and put us in the position we are in today.
Obviously, it's more than just you and Brian Haynes out there determining the matchup, but what goes into the chess match when you're going up against a coordinator you've already seen this season?
Yeah, it's he's as good as anybody I've gone against. He really is. How he gets his guys in position consistently to make plays. They just do little things that just nag you. It's like a fly that you just can't get off. And so I mean, I have the utmost respect for him as a coach. His players, they have some elite players on their side of the ball, and they've played good against everybody. So, I went against Knowles last year twice, and then saw him again this year. So, I've had some repeater play callers that I've gone against in the Big Ten, but I mean, Haynes is as good as anybody I've gone against in college football in my career. So, credit to him and what he does on that side of the ball and how he gets those players to play.
J-Mac and Malik and Jamari are more involved, maybe production-wise at least, since the Rutgers game on. How do you feel like that's going to help you the second time around with DeForian, with Gary back now? It feels like your offense is maybe a little more developed there.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. I mean, you obviously never want injuries, and when Corey went down and then GB went down for the Iowa week, I mean, J-Mac and Malik were forced to step up. And they were great leading up to that point too, but it's just like anything. When you play the game, when you get those game reps and really in big moments, you just get better as a player. It's pretty consistent theme for playing better. So, yeah, J-Mac has had a great year for us. Great year. He's very dependable, runs great routes. He's physical in the blocking game. And then Malik has obviously been a home run hit for us. And I'm just very proud of both those guys for just sticking to it. It's so hard in today's age where there's so many outside factors for these players, so many people in their ear. It's the guys that just stick to it, trust their coaches, trust the scheme, and you see what happens. And so I'm very proud of both of them and our entire receiving corps. I think they've done a great job this season, and looking forward to continuing that here in 2 days.
What is the loss of Jordon due to the ability to play 21 as much as they want to? I mean, this isn't given away. You just have less bodies. So what does having less bodies do to compromise or not your ability to do?
Yeah, it's the same thing when we didn't have receivers. You're right. You got to compromise. You got to be adaptable. This offense has really been built through 11 personnel and 12, and then we experienced more 21 this year because of injuries at wideout. So still feel like we have enough to work in that personnel, but yeah, I mean, we definitely have to get the right guys on the field. That's the whole key in football. Can you get the best 11 on the field to give you the best chance to move the football in school?
With what you were doing with Roger last week, do you consider that 13? Because I know what you're doing because Justice is gone. But do you consider that 13? Or is that
Roger?
Yeah, because at that point he was doing a lot of what Justice was doing in terms of being a perimeter blocker.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's still 13. It's kind of how they want to match you, And I mean, if we get big, they usually get big. If they don't get big, well, then they can give you some other advantages. But yeah, I mean, when Roger and Kenyon and Jamar are out there, I consider it 13.
When you have so many injuries concentrated in a position like you guys did have with the receivers early this year, does that sort of force you to go deeper into your bag as a coordinator of figuring out, all right, I have a hand tied behind my back, how am I going to, call the offense?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you try to get creative in spots, but you don't want to get so outlandish that it's like you lose your own identity and then you get stuck as a play caller. You're just trying to reach for things. We have a lot of really good players. It's the benefit of how we've recruited at Oregon the past 4 years, and then the way that we develop players in the off season. So I feel really confident with who's available, and we'll go out there and play our game.
Well, how can a guy like Kenyon affect a game like this? Just what he's able to do, matchups, issues that he
Yeah, I mean, he's an elite playmaker. In the first matchup, he was, I would say 50%. He was really dealing with some stuff, some nagging things. Didn't practice barely at all that week. And, he'll be the first to tell you he didn't play his best game, but it's hard when you don't practice to just show up and play in a big-time college football game against a top-5 opponent like IU. That first matchup, it's just hard. So he's had a great week of prep. He's a phenomenal person, unreal player. He provides so many mismatches on defense, and definitely somebody that we want to, really use as much as possible.
You have to be on Jay for what would be a greater share than if you're even able to. I don't know. I'm not asking you to divulge it. What gives you the confidence to put him out there in this spot? You almost had to ask him to do that.
Yeah, I've seen Jay Harris perform in practice for the past 2 years, and when he got here from D2, he barely knew the plays, so we had to develop him in that sense. And then I think you really saw him start to flourish last fall in terms of practice, and he had a great camp, great spring. It just the football gods, everything kind of works out a certain way. I don't think we all knew how good De'Aaron and Jordan were going to be for us this year. We knew the long-term effects of them, but when they got opportunities in games early on, it was like, whoa, these guys are a little bit different. And that doesn't mean that other players are worse. It just you just kind of find people and find their roles. And Jay I think he's an exceptional back. He's got great balance. He can run. He can really catch the ball. And so I think he's at a spot now to really flourish, given the opportunity.
What did they do defensively that's so confusing? Because they've led the country, nearly led the country in TFLs, well back to the championships. They've had as many or more TFLs as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
what is it that they're doing in the sim pressure realm that's, or stunts and stems that are just different, that's confusing to a quarterback, confusing to Poncho?
I mean, shoot, they do a lot of good stuff. I think he just does a really good job of like making you play left-handed with different fronts, like you mentioned, different line games, different coverage, stems or rolls, and they play with vision. Like it's different when you match every route, you know. But these guys play with great vision on the quarterback and they keep it in front. And when you do get a big play, which is rare, it's because you're finding seams in the defense, but they just don't allow you to, and they just bring it from everywhere. And it's, again, a credit to their players for understanding their scheme like the back of their hand. And I think Haynes he's definitely one of the better guys in our game in terms of making coordinators and quarterbacks play left-handed.
Will, you mentioned dedicating 100% to this run in the semifinal, but how essential is it having a GM back at Kentucky that you can kind of give off a lot of the responsibilities to right now?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of guys back there that are helping, but I really just try to stay present. Those guys are doing a hell of a job back there for me, but they also know that the most important thing for that program is for us to be successful here at Oregon, because it's a testament to what the blueprint is and how to go be successful. So, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of help there. I got a lot of help here. I got great family support too, and it's really exciting to be in this position.
Will, how surreal has it been for your family, for you, over just really the last month and a half? A lot has gone on for you guys, and for you specifically. How has that been for you, emotionally, physically? What does that look like for you?
Well, I was told I look refreshed today, which is like, I have not felt that way, that's for sure. But again, I mean, like, the NFL playoffs are starting. This is a long freaking season. Long season. So it's human nature. Everybody's tired. Everybody's cranky at times. It's colder out. It gets dark sooner. Like, it's human nature. Everybody's feeling that type of way. It's the people that can handle the chaos the best are the people that succeed the most in our sport right now. And is it easy? No, it's not easy for anybody. Me, Dan, Kirk Cinetti, Kirby Smart, Nick Saban. I don't even coach him. It's probably not easy for him. Right? It's just not hard. It's not easy. But shoot, that's what we signed up for. That's why they pay us a lot of money to coach a kid's sport. I mean, it's the greatest gig in the world. And somebody told me there's no crying from a yacht. And so I'm very blessed, fortunate, and just looking forward to this game.
What's the challenge of calling plays when you're going up against a secondary with so much experience?
I mean,